What is going on? Everybody, WeedleTwineedle here, and we are back again with some more VGC 2019 battling content, except today's a special episode because we're using a Halloween theme team.
Can you just stop copying Pimp Night? Pimp Night invented the holiday theme teams.
So if I was copying Pimp Night, I would be battling myself. So, yeah, my first opponent is packing a very threatening team with Kyogre, Hitmontop, Amoonguss, and
Necrozma.
As I'm packing a pretty Halloween-y themed team, you can see Shaniko's outfit. We're packing Yveltal, Gourgeist, Murkrow, and Shedinja. So we're packing a very spoopy theme team today, and let's just get right into this battle against this Korean with the ugly bucket hat. And I don't know why they wear the bucket hat. Just take that shit off. You can use it for your trick-or-treat like freaking thing. Why are you using it as a hat? You can use it to get your candy while trick-or-treating. That's probably what it's for, actually. So he leads off with Hitmontop, and Kyogre is added off of my legit shiny Gourgeist and my Yveltal. So he's gonna activate Drizzle before my Dark Aura, so I know he's Choice Scarf, and my Gourgeist is Timid Max Speed, so I know he's just Choice Scarf. I'm gonna Frisk and see he's Choice Scarf, so I'm like, okay, he's definitely Choice Scarf Kyogre, and we're gonna activate Dark Aura after Drizzle, so we just know he's Choice Scarf. So there's literally 3 different things there that just screamed to his Choice Scarf Kyogre, so you gotta pay attention to that stuff. Attention to detail, that gives you a lot of information. So here, he's gonna activate my Adrenaline Orb with Intimidate. I was expecting Incineroar to be in every game, but this guy is breaking the meta and using Hitmontop over Incineroar. Nani? So here I protect my Yveltal to guard myself from the Fake Out, which was very obvious, and now I'm gonna go for the Thief into the Kyogre and take away his Choice Scarf. It may make you scratch your head because you're like, why would you do that? But I wanted to make sure Kyogre could not outspeed Yveltal because I have another play I'm gonna make the following turn. I know Kyogre does not have Protect because he has Choice Scarf Kyogre. So I'm gonna go for the trick-or-treat onto the Kyogre, friggin' spook him up a little bit, add Ghost typing onto his Water typing, so now he's Jellicent's typing. Gonna go for the Stab, Dark Pulse with Life Orb, and that's going to knock out Kyogre because he's now weak to it. So down goes Kyogre very, very nicely. And now the Hitmontop's going to attempt to do damage with close combat, but like Yveltal is a broken legendary, so it takes no damage, even though I have no investment. Legendaries are balanced, by the way. I love using legendaries. So now my opponent's gonna bring out his
Necrozma.
His Duskmane Necrozma, and that's a very scary Pokemon to deal with. However, you may have the Prism Armor thing and you're gonna activate Weakness Policy against me, but I'm sorry to break it to you, sweetie, but I'm gonna add Ghost typing onto your Psychic typing, which means you're quad weak to Dark Pulse. Down goes Duskmane Necrozma to the Dark Pulse. If he had Protect, it probably would have been a turn to go for it, but I'm assuming he doesn't have Protect because most Necrozmas don't carry Protect. So now Hitmontop's gonna go for close combat here. We're able to live with 7 HP. That may have been a roll, but I don't give a fuck. We're able to live. We took out his 2 restricted legendaries, so we pretty much already won the game because that's how VGC 2019 works. Then comes the Amoonguss, and I'm like, wait, he can still win because of Spore Spam. So that's fun. He's gonna go for the Protect here with his Amoonguss, and I'm like, oh, you got me, damn it. So I go for Trick or Treat onto Hitmontop, knowing that I would die with the Yveltal this turn, targeting into the Amoonguss. My opponent protected there, very solid play. Guarding against my Hurricane, which was guaranteed to hit thanks to the Rain, but unfortunately my opponent read through me, goes for the close combat to knock out my Yveltal. So that's quite unfortunate for your homegirl, but that's whatever. Down goes Yveltal. I still have some other ghost types in the back, such as Shedinja, my Shedinja. I like calling it Shedinja because his name is kind of similar to Shaniqua, but you can like say it as Shedinja. I don't know. So I'm gonna go for Trick or Treat onto the Amoonguss here, and my opponent literally can't touch my Shedinja at all. I'm not too sure why he didn't forfeit here, but he's gonna activate Wonder Guard, which with Bulldoze, which doesn't really matter. Bulldoze is gonna do 0 damage to my Gourgeist, lower the Amoonguss's speed, but he literally can't touch my Shedinja at all unless his Hitmontop carries like Pursuit or the Amoonguss carries Toxic. But as you can see, he's just focusing down the Gourgeist, so I'm not too sure what my opponent's thinking. I think this turn he realizes that, wait a minute, Shedinja, I can't touch this shit. Gonna go for Shadow Claw against Hitmontop, and at like -2 defense or -3 defense, Hitmontop's gonna go down to the Shadow Claw because it's weak to it, and then my opponent realizes like, shit, I should just forfeit. So he just forfeits to the Halloween theme meme team, so that's gonna be the end of the first battle. We're able to defeat the Korean pretty convincingly. Props to the Korean for not bringing in Incineroar, by the way.
Yay, you did it! Oh!
But let's move on to the second battle. Another Xerneas Incineroar Kyogre team because meta slaves are fun. Yes, but this battle I'm packing Trevenant and Gengar because I wanted to use Trevenant with Gourgeist because, you know, Ghost Grass types. Though I could also use Delmise and freaking Decidueye. Damn, there's a lot of Ghost Grass types in this game. But my second opponent, Yukio or Yukaio VGC, pretty cool name. I lead off my Trevenant and my I almost said Kyogre, my Gengar, as my opponent's going to lead off with the Xerneas and the Furry Wrestler, so he's trying to get that Geomancy win. Gonna Frisk Seize Power Herb and the Guave Berry, which is very nice. Frisk is such a useful ability to have in VGC, which is very nice. So he's gonna Intimidate, and notice that Frisk activated before Fairy Aura, so my opponent should know my Trevenant is Choice Scarf. Like, that should be like a confirmed fact. My opponent's gonna Protect here with the Xerneas just to scuff for Sludge Bomb. Very solid play. However, I think the Incineroar is the bigger threat here, so I'm gonna go for the Forest Curse, add the Grass typing onto Incineroar's typing, so I can go for the Sludge Bomb here with Stab, super effective damage. Incineroar's gonna get one shot by that Sludge Bomb. Down goes the Furry Wrestler, beautifully done. And now my opponent's gonna bring out the Smeargle. And Smeargle's out. He's probably going to scam Follow Me here because that's what Smeargle does. He is going to go for the Follow Me, trying to win with Geomancy Xerneas. I can respect that. I'm going to go for the Forest Curse. I was trying to target into Xerneas so I can be quad weak to Sludge Bomb, but alas, you know, Follow Me is a move. So we're going to turn Smeargle into a normal grass type. Going to go for the Sludge Bomb here, and that's going to obliterate Smeargle, but it lives with the Focus Sash, unfortunately. But Sludge Bomb has the same chances to poison as the Skull does to burn. So we're going to poison the Smeargle, which is very nice because it can't follow me the following turn. And now Smeargle's gonna go for the, or no, rather, Xerneas gonna go for the Geomancy here. Activate the Power Herb, or Herb, however you say it. I mean, people like say it's Herb, other people say it's Herb. I don't know. I just say Herb because it's easier, but I don't know. Anyway, Geomancy's gonna get a freaking super duper boost in all of its stats. You know how Geomancy works. We faced it in literally every single VGC video so far. Down goes Smeargle to the Poison, as we luckily got. And now my opponent's gonna reveal his last to be the Kyogre. So in comes Kyogre. And my opponent could go for, you know, Scarf Water Spout. He can go for Psych Up if he wants to. However, I realize these are his two last mons, so my opponent's gonna Protect with the Xerneas here, and I'm like, why would he Protect in this situation? He literally has no reason to. I'm gonna go for the Forest Curse into the Kyogre because I don't really care what happens at this point because I have Shedinja in the back, and my opponent cannot touch Shedinja with Kyogre and Xerneas, so Sludge Bomb is going to do a lot of damage to the Kyogre. I thought it would die to that, but I guess Kyogre is very bulky. We get a nice lucky poison chance as well, which is always welcomed. And now the Kyogre is going to nom on its berry, get all of its health back with the Mago Berry, and now Kyogre is going to go for the Psych Up into the Xerneas and copy all of its stat changes, which may seem very bad for me. However, like I mentioned earlier, I have Shedinja, so I'm just going to bring it out right now. Actually, I don't bring it directly out. I bring in Yveltal as Death Fodder just to let my opponent know. He's like, wait, just sent has a restricted legendary. I'm going to automatically win the game because it's 2 restricted legendaries versus 1 because I only have 1 restricted legendary on this team. But yeah, Yveltal's gonna get knocked out by Dazzling Gleam, unfortunately. We're gonna curse by the Dazzling Gleam, which is pretty funny. But yeah, down goes Yveltal to the Dazzling Gleam. And my Gengar will go down to the Origin Pulse as well. So now it's currently a 1v3 essentially, or 1 or 2v2. I don't remember. Down goes my Gengar, and I'm gonna bring out my Shedinja here essentially. And my opponent's probably like, bro, it's pretty much over. So I bring out Shedinja here, and my opponent cannot touch Shedinja. He literally cannot touch Shedinja unless he's packing HP Fire on Xerneas and or Kyogre, or either of them have Mold Breaker, but they do not. I'm going to click the Ally Switch here just because I know he has to Moonblast my Trevenant to hit me, so he's going to go for Moonblast. I don't even know why I did that. That was a waste of time. I should have just went for Shadow Claw because Origin Pulse is obviously going to hit me, but hey, I thought I would just flex with the freaking Ally Switch, the win button. Origin Pulse will hopefully not knock out Trevenant as we're able to live at 14 health surprisingly. Go for the Will-O-Wisp, but we do miss unfortunately against the Xerneas. I could have went for Forest Curse as well, but since Xerneas is a fairy typing, baking it into a grass type would still make X's or neutral, which wouldn't really help me all that much because Shadow Claw would do just as much damage, or almost as much damage. So down goes my Trevenant to Shadow Claw, or freaking Moonblast. I'm sorry, I'm like super out of it right now. Origin Pulse will not hit me, and now Shadow Claw will knock out the Kyogre, except I target Xerneas instead because Kyogre is poisoned, so it's gonna die. And here my opponent realizes that it's Shedinja versus 2 restricted legendaries, and he can't touch me, so we just forfeit. So yeah, Shedinja again showing just how annoying it is in VGC once you knock out the Furry Wrestler. But let's move on to the last battle against Bombchu. Now this battle I'm packing Incineroar because I have to be a VGC tryhard. And you guys are probably like, Incineroar is not a Halloween Pokemon. Shut up. It is, okay? The thumbnail says it's a Halloween Pokemon, so it is a Halloween Pokemon. So let's get into this last battle against Bombchu, which I believe is an item from Ocarina of Time, isn't it? I think it is. So he's going to lead off with this Incineroar and his Xerneas, again, as I lead off with my Trevenant and my Yveltal, trying to get some nice lead going with the Forest Curse and Hurricane. Gonna Frisk Seize Power Herb and Poppy Berry, which is very nice. Fairy Aura is going to activate after, or before my Dark Aura, but I am timid max speed, so I know the Xerneas is max speed as well because I am timid max speed. Yveltal, he must be timid max speed as well. So he's going to intimidate my Yveltal, which doesn't matter because I am a special Yveltal, which I don't think anyone has really used much at all in this format. I'm going to go for the trick into Xerneas because I am Choice Scarf Trevenant. So I'm going to trick the Xerneas, give it a choice scarf, take away its power herb, as Xerneas is going to lock itself into Geomancy. Ooh, so yeah, the Xerneas has pretty much made it, you know, irrelevant turn 1, which is very, very nice. He's also locked in this turn because of Geomancy being a 2-turn attack, so Xerneas has to go for the 2-turn attack Geomancy, and he's locked into it, so the Xerneas is literally useless right now, which is very, very nice. I'm going to just go for Tailwind here with my Yveltal. That is my last move. I have Protect, Hurricane, Dark Pulse, and Tailwind, so that's very nice. I'm going to go for the Forest Curse onto the Incineroar just to make it into a grass typing, so I can go for the Hurricane against it the following turn if need be. My opponent's going to go for the knockoff and actually destroy my Trevenant. So unfortunately, down goes my Trevenant, which kind of sucks, but that's not too big of a deal. It's going to knock off my Power Herb. I was going to go for Solar Beam there. Shit. Or Phantom Force. That'd be the play. I'm going to bring out my Malamar here. Now, I'm like, I could go for Hurricane here, but there's the chances that he has, you know, Tapu Koko in the back, and he might try to pivot into that with his Incineroar. So I'm actually going to switch out of my Yveltal here as he actually switches into his Lunala there with his Xerneas slot. I'm going to bring out my Incineroar here, my own Incineroar, also to intimidate his Incineroar on the off chance he stays in. I also could have missed Hurricane there, so I was just playing it safe. I also want to get this, you know, Incineroar popping off. He's going to switch out of his Incineroar and bring out the Tapu Koko, so he actually double switches there. So I'm very glad I decided to switch out myself. I was about to just click Hurricane, but then I'm like, how about I use my brain for a second? So I use my brain, which is very rare. He's going to activate the Electric Seed with his Lunala, which is pretty scary. And I'm going to go for the Simple Beam into my Incineroar. So yes, we have Simple Beam on Malamar, but Weedle Malamar is not a Halloween Pokemon either. Well, shut up, okay? It's the only Dark type that gets Simple Beam, so we have to work with what we got, okay? So Lunala's going to go for Protect here, which is pretty annoying, but I'm not targeting into Lunala this turn. I'm actually don't really care about it, because Lunala can't really touch Incineroar unless it carries Focus Blast, and it might carry Focus Blast, but I don't really care. I'm going to go for Flame Charge into the Tapu Koko, and thanks to Simple, I'm actually going to get +2 speed from that, and now I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Water into my Incineroar. Inactivate our weakness policy. And now I'm going to click the ally switch, click that win button because the win button is so OP, and my opponent is going to get obliterated by this flame charge. So down goes Tapu Koko to the flame charge. Very nice. Get a crit that probably didn't matter because we're at +4 attack. Down goes Tapu Koko. We get +2 more speed just to make sure we outpace Xerneas. And now Moongeist Beam is going to target into my Incineroar slot, but since I clicked the ally switch, he's going to Moongeist Beam right into my Spidef Malamar. So we're able to tank that very nicely actually. So he must be a very bulky Lunala. And now he's going to bring out his Incineroar here, which kind of sucks because Intimidate is going to lower my attack by 2 stages because of the Simple ability, but he's going to give my Malamar an attack raise, which is pretty damn good for me, but I don't actually have any physical moves on the set, so besides Foul Play. But now I'm going to switch out on my Malamar and bring out my Yveltal. Now the reason why I did this is because I can actually activate Dark Aura and increase Power Trip's base damage as my last move as Power Trip. That should be very obvious at this point because I've used Power Trip and Incineroar at least 10 times on this channel. So I go for Protect here to guard myself from the Fake Out just to be on the safe side, as it does double target into my Incineroar just to try and knock me out, but I can go for the Power Trip here into his Incineroar, and even though he resists that, I'm sorry you hear my dog in the background, Power Trip will knock out the Incineroar, easy clap. And now Dark Pulse will knock out the Lunala as well. Please stop barking. Down goes Lunala, another very spooky Pokemon, as now my opponent's last is going to be the Xerneas, which is very good. So he's going to activate Fairy Aura, and at this point I can just go for the Power Trip and just obliterate, literally boom, the Xerneas, goodbye. Even if he resists, get out of here. Down goes Xerneas. We're able to defeat my opponent, Bombchu, with this spooky ass Halloween team. But that's going to be the VGC video today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this Halloween themed VGC 2019 video. If you guys enjoyed this video and really want to support my channel, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like or dislike button depending on how you viewed the video, as it really helps out my channel a lot more than you think. Shows that, you know, this video was good or bad, and I appreciate all of you guys to take the time out of your day to watch my content, leave any sort of criticism you may have in the comments, and comment on the question of the day, which is going to be, What are your plans for Halloween this year? Or if you're watching this video after Halloween, what did you do for Halloween this year? Let me know in the comments down below what sort of plans you have for Halloween, what you're dressing up for Halloween, and stuff like that. Now, me personally, I am kind of skipping Halloween this year. This is like the extent of my Halloween celebration. I will be binge watching Halloween Town just to have some nostalgia moments. And I'll probably get extremely drunk by myself because I have no friends. So yeah, that's going to be my plans for Halloween. Let me know in the comments down below what your plans are for Halloween or what you did for Halloween this year, because I'm pretty curious to see what you guys have planned for Halloween. Oh, Twineedle. Yes. But that's going to be the question of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video.
I'll check you guys next time.